Good morning. I guess I feel like I don't need to say good morning as much anymore. If I already get on and I'm streaming before I even do this, is a thought I'm just having. I wonder if there's anyone that streams all day long. I wonder. I'm very curious if that's a thing that happens. Like basically Truman Show style. You know? I guess Truman Show, it wasn't until the end. I kind of want to watch that again. Truman Show, it wasn't until the end that he actually acknowledged and became aware that he was being watched. Great observation, Justin. I think tomorrow or one of these days I'm going to see if I can set a direction. I'm going to set a timer for just 3 minutes. And we're going to start doing some... My nose is itchy. Start doing some 3-minute set of directions. Because it's like... I like to take a little more time in the beginning of the morning and at the end of the evening. But also, some days are busy. When I would be touring, or there's lots of stuff going on, or if you have kids running around, you can't be taking 15 minutes to yourself all the time. And so being able to get in and out, because I think it still makes a difference. Mr. Bumblebee. Okay. He's like, that was too close. He's like, you're too close. You need to back up. Too close. Let's see, today's Tuesday. So salsa classes were, class was fun. It was difficult, but it was fun. One of the things, let me see what the things I can remember, or at least what was taught, or at least what I can remember, what I gathered from what was taught. Let's say it like that. I don't want to do a disservice to that teacher, because she's probably phenomenal. I can only pick up so many things. So basically, most dance happens, this is just my takeaway, most dance happens in 4/4. And most dance also, they count in terms of 8 for some reason, so 2 bars of 4. Anyone that's not a musician is going to not care about any of this. But basically, so with dance, I don't know if it's other dances, but at least with salsa, they say quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But so if you're a musician and you're used to counting in 4 bars or bars of 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why they don't ever like the 4 or the 8, but apparently that's not how you do it. In salsa, at least. I don't know about other dancing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, I don't know exactly how, but that was part of it. Let's see what else. They're like, oh, you always stay on the balls, or you lead basically with the balls of your feet. You're never sitting on your heels. Because if you're on your heels, your just muscles aren't activated. Like your whole body isn't activated. And they said kind of like breathe out and keep your core tight or something. I didn't really totally understand that part. That was one of the things they were saying in the class. When you have a partner, apparently, in salsa classes, I guess they're basically saying your hand is supposed to go on their lat, part of their back, and so like your fingers go in toward, I guess, point in towards your spine, which I don't know where else they would go. But basically, your hand goes on their lat, and then your forearm should be under their tricep, like their arm. If your forearm isn't under their tricep, you're not up high enough. And I guess with salsa they said too, and then with the other hand, she was basically like you do almost like half Spider-Man hands or whatever, and that's how, and then they hook their fingers on your fingers. I have no idea how accurate. This is just what I remember, kind of, or what I took away from these classes. So I don't know how like accurate that is or not. What else? Wow, I really should be able to remember more than that. Basically, when you move, when you're dancing, it's like they were saying, it's more about like, it's not about your hips, it's about weight exchange, where you put your weight, and that moves your body. I got hot doing it. I was like, this is not like incredibly complex stuff. I mean, it was complex for me, but it was wild for not moving that much how hot I got. And dry. I was like parched. I was like dancing for 10 minutes. I'm like, yo, I gotta get some water. I felt like I was doing so good. At first the class was starting and the lady, and I guess obviously, they start with the easiest, obvious stuff. Because why wouldn't they? So we're just doing basic stuff, and it's like, okay, I have like relative rhythm. So I understand when she's just like doing basic step things where it's like forward and backwards or whatever. I'm not necessarily doing it good, but I can like at least keep up and mirror what she's doing. And then immediately she's like, once she added in any type of like spinning thing, you're supposed to turn yourself around. I was just like, what? Also, it's not just spinning, it's like spinning in rhythm to a thing. So you're supposed to land back down at a certain point, and I'm like, wait, what's she doing? And you have to turn your things at a certain, and I'm like, I don't even know. It's so funny too, so like, I can keep up. Things are good. If I can keep up, things are good, and I feel good. As soon as things get a little bit too complex, my brain like short circuits to nothing. Like I don't like partially understand. I go from okay, this is working, this was working, I basically get this, to going to like, no, I don't understand anything that's happening. And so I'd end up just like, and I was trying to like keep going, and then I would have to like stop dancing to look at this lady's feet because I'm like, wait, I don't even know what's happening. Oh, the funniest thing to me, so I did not realize, I mean, I guess I kind of realized, but it's different when you don't know people. So in salsa class, you keep switching partners. Like, well, I mean, I don't know if you do that all the time, but it makes sense. So like, the first part of it is individual dancing. She's teaching some things, and then you partner up. And so you keep swapping. You do a couple things, then you swap to someone else. So you're so close to someone. And I've obviously danced kind of with people before, but not like lots of people I don't know. And so then I'm like this close to people's faces in real life. And then immediately I'm like, I should have brought breath mints. I'm just keeping my mouth shut because I'm like, I don't know. Like, I brushed my teeth before, but holy shit, this is close. Also, just so close to people. Oh, the other thing that's funny, or was funny to me, is because I didn't know what my feet were doing. There's like, you're supposed to be following. I wonder if I can remember those things. I hope I don't lose those. But like, I'm trying to like figure out what my feet are going. If I look down at my feet though, all I see is another girl's boobs. And I'm like, so I don't know where to look. So at first I'm just like I'm kind of looking at their faces. And then I'm just like, this is a lot to have like this much eye contact, like from this distance while we're dancing. That's a lot. And also I'm trying to look at the dance instructor's feet so I can remember what to do. And then I'm also trying to kind of like look at my feet. But anytime I go to look down at my feet, all I'm doing is I can't look down at my feet because I'm close enough to this other female that all I do is just see her chest. And then I feel really bad because I'm like, okay, I can't see my feet. I don't know what my feet are doing. And then I feel bad because I'm just looking. There were parts of it that were so bad where I would just like want to apologize. And I'm like, that's not good. You can't just say, I'm sorry. And so when we were, with each person, as we finished with each partner, I would just say, thank you. Thank you. It was fun, but holy, it was a learning experience. There's a comment, I would definitely be looking at the boobs. I couldn't, when you're this close to someone, because you have your hand under if you have your hand under their back, and, oh. That seems... There's like a wrecked car driving down the road. Like swerving. Okay. Well, hi by the way. When you're squared up with someone though, and so if you have your hand under their, on their shoulder blades, their back, their lat, and your arms are connected and you're squared up, you're pretty close. And maybe everyone that knows how to dance knows this already, and I'm just more aware of this now because I haven't done it, but like way close to someone. And yeah, looking down, the amount of times, and then I feel terrible because especially like, I don't know what it's like in other cultures, I'm assuming it's relatively similar, but in the US, like, you don't just look at a girl's chest, you don't just obviously at least look at a girl's chest. The whole point is that you don't. It's like, okay, you know that that's there, but you don't. It's like an eye contact thing. So then trying to look down at your feet, the amount of times where I'm like, okay, if I look down at my feet, all I'm doing is staring at some other girl's chest. And then I immediately just feel, I just feel bad. And I can't say anything about it Everything's moving too quickly. I'm just trying to remember what my feet are doing. And it's hot. And I'm trying to remember to keep my mouth shut because I'm like, my breath is probably... I don't even know. I don't even want to know. All I know is I'm definitely bringing breath mints next time. Not just trying to like violate people with my breathing in dance class. So anyway, all in all, it was fun. Colin says, I probably shouldn't go to dance classes because if someone's attractive, I'll definitely end up looking at them. Yeah. It was definitely a mix of like, it was a mix of all ranges of people. There were probably like 25, 30 people in the class maybe. And a whole range of like, really attractiveness levels and height and weight and ages. It was definitely the least stressful dancing with like the older ladies, like approaching like, you know, when they're getting into their, well, I'm not gonna say ages just because that's, but like older ladies, I don't know, there was something about where I'm like, okay, this, like, I think also like postmenopausal women, I think they've just they've experienced enough life that they're so chill at this point that everything's fun. And so I just feel no stress at all with, you know, they just don't give a shit. They're easy. And it's like, okay, cool, this is all fun. Things that are probably like not okay to say generally. I think that if postmenopausal women were running the world, things would be good. Like I don't know what exactly it is. I guess life has a lot of excitement when you're a female and you go through all. I just think there's a whole range of things. I like that I'm just making broad sweeping generalizations about this right now. They just know what's up. Hi, squirrel. What happened to your tail, buddy? You're having a good time. That's what happened to his tail. You get something good? Colin says, I think so. My mother takes dance classes at 54 years old. Yeah. I'm sure I would have loved dancing with your mom. That's a weird thing to say out loud, Justin. But I don't know. I just felt very comfortable with the moms. No, the dancing was salsa. Spanish, I guess. He's just eating. What is he eating that long? What do you think his name is? Oh, it says I have poor connection. Hopefully it's still going. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Indian dances, but I feel like I know generally what they look like. It was fun to do the classes though. I was so nervous going when I was driving to the classes yesterday evening. I felt like a gladiator going to like the Colosseum, which is, I know, really dramatic for, like, it's excessive, and I know it's obviously not like that level, but I was so nervous where I'm like, I do not. Why did you do this, Justin? Why did you sign us up for this? And then the dance instructor knew my name when I went in there, which kind of weirded me out a little. It actually made me feel really comfortable, but then I'm like, why do you know? I feel like you should have known me by sight yet. I guess it was kind of flattering at the same time. I think I'm going to have to try and do my morning walk at the beach one of these days this week, because I haven't been surfing in a few weeks now, since I've gotten this morning rhythm going where I do morning walks. It's been hard to also make it to the beach, and so I think I need to get over there earlier, try and get some surfing in, and then I'll do a morning walk after that. It's really interesting just trying to get everything in a day. Like, if you decide you have the things that are important, and then just trying to get them in. I do like these flowers. I really like how they're almost like, they look almost like they're painted. The stripes in the center of them. I didn't expect to like those. They seem like a very basic flower. But the more I see them, the more I like them. Oh, I found the chalk painting again. It's starting to wear off. And all the chalk's gone. No, there's still some chalk around. Here's this chalk art thing. Not art thing, it's a game. Welcome. Oh, who else did it? Baseball, soccer. I put football. This was mine. Football. This is the favorite sport. Let's see who won, Oreos or chips. I think this was Oreos or chips. And it looks like Oreos is beating chips. I think this was my chips mark. People like Oreos. Yeah, there's like 9 things for Oreos. What else we got here? Hooray. A lot of it's wearing off, which is sad. Burger was the favorite food. It looks like that's what won there. One of the people called me out the other day, one of my friends, because he said the one thing he didn't do was the hopscotch. So I did the hopscotch. Gonna get more comfortable with my body and moving it in front of people. Or just being a people pleaser and doing things when I get called out for not doing them. This is an interesting plant. It's not a flower really, but that sidewalk chalk, those games, they actually gave me the best idea for well, I don't know if it's the best idea, but an idea where I was like, there needs to be more fun in the app. Like silly, like there needs to be, online they called it whimsy, but like nonsensical fun amusement for no reason, just like entertainment. And obviously it's not just nonsensical whimsy fun for no reason, but you can't do life, I mean you can, but life gets really old if it's just all work and like everything's for a purpose, and you're trying to do things. It's like, okay, why don't we have a little bit of fun if we're gonna be here and everything's kind of meaningless, or just the meaning is only the meaning that I give it, or that you give it, or that we give it. Why shouldn't I take 15 seconds and decide whether Oreos or chips, you know? Or like if I had unlimited money to spend in a store, what store would I do it in? Hi. Anyway, so kids doing sidewalk chalk games gave me a really good idea. And I guess not just for the app, but just for like life. It's like, okay, let's remember to like, it's all playtime. It's all playtime. Even the work can be playtime. The only thing that has stuck up to me where I'm like, that seems kind of disrespectful is like if people are like sick and dying. I haven't found a way, like I know some people that are like getting up and along. This flower's pretty cool too. It's almost like a little helicopter. I like also that anytime I come up with like a good idea that's like useful for me to do, and I try to find the thing that is the problem with it. I'm like, yeah, but what about? Yeah, it's all pretty fun though. If it's all meaningless and we're all gonna die and we're all just specks in an exploding infinity of specks. Oh, I did see a cool thing. I have mixed feelings about Neil deGrasse Tyson. Not that I know him, like not personal things, but basically he was talking with William Shatner and said that photons, or basically if you travel at the speed of light, like the faster you travel, time slows down. The faster and faster you travel, the faster and faster you travel, time slows down. So if you get up to the speed of light, time stops. Time effectively stops if you travel at the speed of light. Which then means photons, as they hit your eyeball, traveling from the Big Bang, the beginning origin of the universe, those photons that move traveling at the speed of light are actually at the same time. So the photons that are hitting your eye right now, in terms of actual time, since they're traveling at the speed of light, are also at the exact same time as the beginning of the universe. You can go. I don't even know what to do with that information, but I love it. There's a comment that says, I think you're one of the few people from America I've seen who actually walk places. No offense. No offense taken. And there are people that walk here, and also, to be clear, I'm not walking anywhere. I just walk around. I just meander. Here's someone walking. Found another one. No, sometimes people walk around. How crazy is that, though, about the photons? So whatever light is hitting my eyes now is also the same photons that were emitted at the beginning of the universe. That's crazy.
That's quite a lot. It's a tourniquet, most likely.
Comment says, yeah, but in Miami, I didn't really see many people on the street just walking around. That's true. That's fair. Do you know what I remember from Miami? I feel like anytime I go to Miami, it's just butts everywhere. Butts are out. I just think Miami's just like butt city. I guess I only go through for like festivals and like touring shows. But I'm like, man, which I guess that's maybe not a great representation of a city, is what people, oh, bluebird. Those birds are gonna do it. But, so festivals is probably not the best representation of a city, now that I think about it. Alright, so maybe. Oh no, someone says, oh yeah, okay, so, see? There is something to that. I'm not totally far off. Miami has a vibe to it for sure. The last time I was there, I think to Miami, was for a festival called 3 Points Festival. I don't think they say that, but that's what I just felt like doing. 3 Points Festival. I was mixing this artist called Teo. It was fun. Yeah. Hi. They're digging out a ditch here for some purpose. I don't know what it is. You're like, cool, Justin. Thanks for showing me that. Anytime people are doing things, I do just like to watch. And we're like, what's going on here? What's happening? Oh, so since you're here, so salsa dance classes, fun, very fun, difficult for me, very difficult. The funniest thing, my funniest takeaway was once it got into like partnering up with people, it was just enough beyond my ability. When I say just enough, I mean way too far beyond my ability, where like I'd be trying to like look down at what my feet were doing. And ended up just looking at girls' chests. Because it's like, well, you can't look down. You're close enough with someone. It's pretty intimate. You're close enough with someone where I'm like, oh, I can't see my feet. So, that was my takeaway from salsa class. But overall, fun. Comment says, come to Romania, it's the same. There's always a street under construction. Yeah, people always be doing stuff. Most of the time I like it. Sometimes the mess gets a little excessive. I don't like it when people start like just messing up all of nature, when something's like really beautiful and then they make a mess out of it, but if it's already a mess, if we're already around humans, it can be nice. Oh. Kind of like psyching myself up to do my day today, because I'm about done with my walk. So it's like, all right, it means we gotta get to it. Then I have to remember, it's all playtime. I don't actually have to do anything. So we'll see if we can have some fun today. I don't know what this person's doing. Oh, they're trying to turn. But they don't know what they're doing either. They're all confused. Sometimes I see really expensive, really ugly cars. This comment says, this comment, not me, says, I think I'm gonna start taking salsa classes just to see some boobs. Just kidding. Another comment, and people in general do tend to destroy nature, especially intentionally. Yeah, I think it just comes from internal pain or something. Sometimes I have it when I have the itch of like, if I don't feel right inside, I need to cause destruction outside. I need to send it out. And you know, those are the ranges of expression. Like art is like some of it's creation, destruction. You know, they're both different sides. Two aspects of it. I do already just with, and I'm only day one in, I'll probably, like dancing classes are fun. It's fun to learn something new. It's fun to do that and like move your body, like learn new things. Moving your body's good. It's fun. Even if next week I'll still probably be scared again and be like, why did I do this to myself? Supposedly the lady's having like some type of like salsa, like I guess it's like her birthday or something. She's like, there's a thing, I know y'all are brand new, but there's a thing on Sunday, you can come. And I'm like, I I don't know about this. Like, how crazy we want to go here. Getting into uncomfortable positions. We'll see. It could be something scary to do just for the hell of it. Okay, I'm done with my walk. I hope you have a wonderful day. Whoever, wherever, whenever, and whatever you are. I hope this finds you well. Remember, take some time and check in with yourself today, if you feel like it. And I hope you have a wonder-filled day.